David was speaking in the book of Psalms. He said that when I look to the stars, when I look to the earth, when I look to the great things of this world, I ask myself, what is man that thou carest for him? What is the son of man that thou provided for him? For thou hast made him only lower than yourself. Thou hast crowned him with glory and honor. Thou hast given him dominion over everything you made. God gave us dominion over all the earth. We are the number one species on earth. We are the most dominant species on earth. And we are the most powerful species on earth. But how did God give us dominion? He gave us dominion by entrusting us with a gift called wisdom. Look at the world today. We are not the strongest animals. Elephants are stronger than us. We are not the fastest animals. Cheetahs are faster than us. So what makes us the strongest? What makes us the most powerful? It is this. The fact that we can be curious, we can ask questions, we can learn, we can remember, we can come up with answers, we can strive, we can build something, we can be creative. That is the gift that God gave us. The gift of wisdom, the spirit of wisdom. That's what keeps us dominant on it. Therefore, man is the dominant species on it, not because he's the strongest, not because he's the fastest, but because he's the wisest. A shrewd, a wise general can destroy a strong kingdom. If you research on the history of Alexander the Great, the reason why he succeeded against the Persian Empire was bigger than his own by far, was because of his strategies. The way they trained their soldiers, the way they move like arrows into the enemy camp, they were fast and they were smart. That alone should teach you something. In life, you don't have to be the strongest. You don't have to be the most handsome. You must not even come from a rich family. But as far as you have wisdom, you will succeed. As far as you have wisdom, you will do better. A wise servant can gain control over his master's son and take the inheritance. What does that mean? It means that as you can be a slave and you can come into a house as a slave, and then your boss has a son that is meant to inherit everything, and then you become the son's slave. But because you are wise, you can gain control over the son and gain the money and all the inheritance. I'm not saying you should do that. That is actually kind of cunning and wicked. But I'm just trying to show you the reality of life. My brother, wisdom is what will put you ahead in life. Wisdom is the ability is knowing what you want to do. It's coming up with the right ideas. And that is creativity. If you cannot come up with ideas, then increase your knowledge. Wisdom is a refined version of knowledge, because wisdom is application. You cannot apply something until you have understood it. So as far as knowledge remains knowledge to you, it is still like a raw material. But once you hear something and you understand it, that is when you apply it. It's just like now, somebody gives you a drink, and it is in applying knowledge that you get saved and you truly succeed in life and you don't get destroyed. Imagine somebody gives you a drink and it has poison inside, and I come and speak Chinese in your ear and you don't understand Chinese, and what I say in Chinese is that your drink is poisoned. My brother, because you don't understand Chinese, you may even laugh, and then you will drink the drink and you will die. Not because you did not want to live, not because you could not save yourself, but because you did not understand the knowledge that was given to you. You did not understand the Chinese I spoke to you. The same way, my brother, if you don't have understanding, you will perish in many ways. Not because you don't want to be saved, not because you cannot save yourself, but because you just could not. Like I said before, wisdom is a refined version of knowledge that has been refined by understanding. A country, there is something called crude oil. Crude oil is basically black gold. Black gold, that's what keeps petrodollar, that's what keeps the US dollar strong. That's what basically, crude oil is like a big thing today in our world today. Natural crude oil. Now, a country that has crude oil but does not have a refinery will suffer. A country that has a refinery but does not have crude oil will suffer. Let me explain what that means. In my country, one of the problems that we face is that we don't have a refinery, but we have a surplus amount of crude oil. Do you see what I'm saying now? So because we don't have a refinery, we cannot process by ourselves. We don't have a working refinery. We cannot process by ourselves the raw materials that are available to us. And therefore, we cannot create substances that we need, like petrol, cream, and different other things. Are you beginning to understand what I'm saying now? The refinery is what processes the crude oil into petrol that is used in cars in our country. Just like our understanding is what makes knowledge useful and turns it into wisdom. So therefore, if you don't have knowledge, you cannot have wisdom. Because if a country has a refinery, a petrol refinery, but they don't have crude oil, they will not have petrol to put in their cars. Therefore, if you cannot come up with ideas, then increase your knowledge. The parable I just told you is to express to you one truth. If you don't understand it, get knowledge, and in all you're getting, get understanding. Love learning. Love to learn. Love to learn. Because the more you learn, the more the L in the word learn disappears. And I leave you to understand what that means. God bless you.